Okay, I've got a couple new guy frustration things. I got my email this morning about being a bronze knight, so yay, I made it 90 days. That's 90 days at Melton, but I've had my truck for got in December, so I haven't quite had my truck 90 days yet. So yeah, running, Melton's running you. They run you. But for this particular gripe, not so much a gripe, it's just frustration. I started my week last week on Monday, and I went all the way out to, I was in Texas, I delivered some hay. That was Idaho to Texas. Delivered hay. Another driver and I sat at the little Allsups Texas convenience store. We parked there all night, and then we got a load Tuesday. He went one way, I went the other. Now this guy, we loaded together in excuse me, I'm tired. I just finished my run. We loaded together in Texas, and then he went on, I went on. So that was loading in Texas and headed to South Carolina. It was some little trailers, gooseneck trailers and stuff. There was about 12 of them stacked on top of each other. So that was a nice, easy run to South Carolina. But that was last Monday, so today's Monday. It's been 8 days. So today's load, I delivered the Saturday. I picked up a load of sprues, like electrical coils, electrical wire. I delivered that to Des Moines today. So after I got my delivery, I said, I emailed my driver manager and I said, hey, I'm ready to take my 34-hour reset. 34-hour reset just means you can stop for 34 hours and your clock will rebuild. And this guy sent me a message, not my DM, but another guy. He was like, we don't do 34s at Melton. We run recaps. Recap is where, like, let's say you had 2 hours left that you didn't use from the day before. That goes on your day. That goes on the next day. So essentially, when you run out of hours, each day you're going to get a little bit more back. But I hadn't been trained that way. My trainer, we never used recaps. We just did our 34 at the end of the week for 3 weeks. And I've been talking to other drivers. Some drivers said they do it 34, some don't. So for him just to say we don't do 34 hours, I was mad, like legit. Like the first time, I think I actually got mad. So I called, and I was expecting my DM to answer so I could talk to my DM. It was him. So he was like, oh well, I didn't mean to sound douchey earlier. I was like, well, you did sound douchey. You sounded very douchey. You sit at your desk for 70 hours and then tell your boss, oh, I'm going to take the weekend off. And he said, no, you're going to sit there for another fucking 6 hours. And then when you go to bed tonight, you'll get 2 more hours. And then you can come back in tomorrow. Like, that's fucking dumb. Because once I get a plan in my head, like, I'm tired. I ran a full week. I did 2 loads in 1 week, 2 deliveries. And I was ready to take a 34 and then get a load and get going again. I need time to, recharge. I was going to do some laundry, clean my truck out, the inside. And it's just frustrating. So he said, no, not at Melton. We don't do 34s. We run off of recaps. So I just think there's a gap between what, the information that's getting given to these new guys. I was a refresher because I was in an accident in my own personal car. So I was hired on as a refresher, which just means I went out with a trainer for a couple weeks. I already drove flatbed before, but it was just to see how I drove and everything. So that was just one little issue. The other issue was yesterday my truck got, the radar got really cold, and the truck started hitting the brakes by itself like 10 times. So I picked up the phone and I wanted to call Outside Repair and tell them what the hell was going on. Today I got a message, don't use your phone while you're driving, it's dangerous. And I'm like, it can't be any more dangerous than the truck's just deciding it's going to apply the brakes because it was rainy And so the outside repair was like, if there's snow, sometimes the sensor gets frozen and it does that. And I'm like, no, it's not going to do that with me. I'm not going to drive a truck that's going to lock up the brakes and kill somebody. I'm like, it's fucking dumb. And then I'm not going to get in trouble because I called and wanted to get some information. I should buy a headset, that way they can't say anything, because this, you can voice activate it, tell who to dial. I should get one of those Bluetooth things, but just a couple frustration things. When I picked up this load today, excuse me, there's already 3 tarps on it, so now I've got 6 tarps. It's always good. Anyway, got a load of steel. Looks like it's going to a construction site in Post Falls, Idaho. So 90 days melting strong. Getting a little bit tired, running hard, but just a little better communication just seems to be the main theme, and that just seems like every truck company. So that's all I got on this one. Just for your drivers, stay safe out there, take your time. That's why I wanted to take a reset, because I've been doing stupid mistakes, like I couldn't find the address today, and I've been going out of the lane a lot. I think I'm just getting mentally, the honeymoon period is over, so to speak. I'm getting a little bit drained. So be careful out there, everybody. Thanks for watching.